Alrighty, there we go. Third time's the charm. Hello everyone. Hope you're having a good evening. We're back doing the pirate streams. Decided that, you know what, they'll just ban me from the platform when they ban me from the platform. So I forgot last week that we also, so I went and looked and I was like, oh, what did I play last week? Oh, it looks like we played some really bad Akiko, and then we played some Managarm Op, and then this week I'm gonna play some Managarm Op as well. Hey Chris, happy Wednesday. I brought this to the meetup yesterday, my local meetup. If you're ever in town, we meet up at Aeronaut, which is a local brewery, every Tuesday, or at least most Tuesdays. It's been every, yeah. And it's a very nice situation for sitting, but I played this, and this was a lot of fun, and I think like can be recent, like there's a couple of small tech cards, but if you're, I'm starting to anticipate that the meta is moving more towards Hoshiko than Essa, and so I want to see if I could tweak this deck to be good into that kind of matchup. So let me title this, and we'll talk about some card choices in here. What do I want to call this? This is Feet on Desk Ob. So like the basic idea is like, so if I'm thinking about like the chart of corpse, right? You've got Ag Infusion, Engine, and PE as like the big cornerstone meta decks. I don't like playing either of those decks, so I'd love to have an excuse to not play those decks and still feel like I'm having a chance to win an event. So that means I have to figure out what rationale I could have for something else. So I need to have a corp that's got strong fundamentals against generic runners, and then I also need to pick a corp that's got some strengths against the matchups that Ag Infusion and PE struggle in. And the thing that I've been hearing a lot of scuttlebutt about is Big Hoshiko. So these are Hoshiko decks running some amount of bank cards, running some amount of, you know, Botchluses, the 3 bid breakers, moshings, like just kind of standard Anarch stuff, and hovering between 50 and 65 cards. So I want to try and exploit that. And so I wanted to, I don't know, Anarcho, like, people keep talking about it. I don't think it's good, but yeah, we'll see what Shirley has to say. But I was like, hey, you know what? Let's see what we can do. And one of the things I was finding was like, hey, Mavirus is like, or sorry, Amakua is really frustrating. It's instantly as good Hoshiko decks. It's, yeah, so Chris Teachling, like Chris, I think you're right. I think it does have a problem with rush deck. So really, if I'm playing a rush deck, I should be playing sports metal. I think is like where I'm gonna go with it. Is where the end of this thought goes. Right? Is, oh, you should be playing sports metal, and just hope they don't get the Stargate early. And that's your out to win the game, right? Because they have a very very difficult time interacting with fast advanced pieces. You can gear check them really well because HB still has some really good gear check ice, though the barrier slot's pretty weak. Though I guess Hagen's not terrible with everyone running around with fermenters. But there's those Hoshiko, at the same time, it's like there's also those Hoshiko decks that are running 3x Amakua, 3x Aeneas Informant, Ma, whatever. And Arco's saying, if I wanted to rush, I'd play some kind of Seamless Asmari deck. Yeah, that's probably the correct way to do it. I just suspect that the Seamless Asmari matchup is the one... I'm still skeptical of Seamless Asmari, because I think if the Anarch player just spends the first 2 or 3 turns installing Liberated Accounts and Fermenters, the Asmari deck doesn't actually have a way to beat that. Because you score the Crypto Crash, drain like 2 to 3 credits, they immediately click back up. At least in theory. I think you have to be a more reg-sized Hoshiko. Also, I think Bankar just like ruins your entire scoring plan in a pretty dramatic way, because your ice does nothing. But it's a very good deck. It is very clearly a good deck. Like Laura Asmari is just like very, very strong. I don't enjoy playing Laura as Mari. I don't enjoy playing Agate Fusion. I don't enjoy playing PE. So while I've got some free time, I want to try doing something a little different. Op is the deck I'm always going to build, basically, until exciting HB cards come out. I'm just going to keep building Op. And so I was like, okay, well, what can I do to justify Op? Well, if I could play Tomb of Viruses, that would be great. I'm always going to see him a virus. I will be able to purge Anarch shenanigans at will. I'll be able to, like, improve my criminal matchup a bunch by being able to beat up on Amakuas. And so, like, the Managarm is the obvious tutor. And so this was like, okay, let's go back to Beeblum's deck because they wrote the book on kind of just scoring Op. And I basically went and took that list and tweaked it a little bit. I basically cut a Managarm to get a Mavirus and a Magnet and then a Sprint in. The Sprint is probably the weakest card here, I think. I think it's got some justification. You definitely want a little bit more draw. This is not strong draw. But it does shuffle back combo pieces, which is a thing you actually want in the deck. The special offers I'm not sure about Anarcho. I started realizing that the place you're supposed to put them is on centrals, and the oh, you'd run a central, I get to put a Rashida in the remote is like pretty strong, and this deck makes an impenetrable remote like really fast. And so this special offers often just turn into 7 or no, what is that? Like 5 credit, no, 4 plus 3, so 7 credit Rashidas, which is very, very good. And then I'm calling this Feet on Desk because the one new card is playing is Yakov. And then the rest of this is the same. I think Stavka also is kind of nice if you're expecting Crim. And it's not blank against Anarch either. Drafter Thimblerig's a thought. I just am skeptical about them getting face up and having the same amount of impact. But I could definitely see it. I'm actually pretty... I think if we were in a different meta, I could see Thimblerig. I think it's like okay against Anarch. Hey, Cinderin. I'm skeptical about Thimblerig generally with the amount of Amakua I've been seeing around. So it just feels like, why would I spend, like, yeah, you can situationally dunk on Anarch, but your remote, often you have other stuff you want to be doing with than sliding things around. So we'll see. All right, Adam. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. I'm very, very curious to see how that's going to go. This is probably not a keep, as much as it would be fun too. Okay. So I think this might be a Rashida, Sandstone, special offer on HQ. Hey, Colin. Yeah, this is not a foot fetishist stream. Oh, there is a little bit of lightning outside. That's fun. Oh, I have to now remember to look at Find the Truth. Oh god, I have to watch the log for the whole event. I guess I should close my door so the thunder doesn't come through too much. What was the top card? Oh god, I've already failed. Oh no, they looked at the top card. They drew a Pinhole Threading. That's less than ideal, but probably survivable. Honestly, no. I think I would love a piece of ice here. Okay, that's not really the piece of ice I want. But now I can do... install Atlas in Server 1. I think I can... advance it. And we'll just put the Mavirus on Server 1. Yeah, that was thunder. I'll be right. I'll close the door real quick. Okay. Um... Yep, this is fine. Okay, well this is not a bad start. I think the former carry is probably the ice I like the least here. We'll probably put the special offer on R&D. And then do something like border control above the law. And then we'll try and snipe the find the truth, I think. Smart word distributor and corporate defector. Is this all zero? Oh, I guess it... I was just say, is this all zero cost Atom when there's a 6 cost liberated accounts on the table? Let's see. RD. I guess I can't really put the above the law. So it's probably something like this. I hope that my opponent runs into either of our special offers this turn. I think if they run HQ, I have to get Spin Doctor rather than... Oh, but this is good. Yeah, I think scoring the hostile there is not terrible. Hedge fund, cool. I actually probably will pop Rashida because I don't... do I want the hedge fund here? Probably do want the hedge fund here. Turn is probably Rashida, border control, or a better ice on R&D. Okay, this is a wacky deck. I don't know why you'd install a super corridor here. I guess it's to give you +1 hand size. Okay. I'm not... Yeah, I actually think I don't want the hedge fund here, so we're gonna shuffle. Cool. I think Magnet I'm okay with being on R&D. I think I will put the above the law in this server. And I'm gonna feel very silly, but we're just gonna get rid of that ice. I just want the money quickly. Because we're actually quite close to... This will get us to 2... I should be really watching what's in their hand. I have not been paying attention to that. I have a second sandstone, so we should be fine. Don't think they have any one-click tricks here. They have an inside job. They're just better than me, and I have been watching a lot. Okay, daily cast, great. Audacity's very good here. So we're just going to triple advance. Score. Let's take out the Find the Truth. I think that's the most relevant card here. Now we just need to not steal both hostiles, and then we win in 2 turns. So this would be the argument for having scored the hostile earlier, so we'd win next turn. And we wouldn't have given up any points on R&D. We'll put a Spin Doctor in server 1. This is the downside of doing that play. This is every time, right? Yeah, maybe this is what I was actually supposed to trash. That's funny. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean... Cool. So that should be GG. Okay, so this is a weird Atom list. I'm not quite sure what my opponent was trying to do. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. That's where I'm supposed to be. Do I think this is the most viable op build? I don't know. I've barely played any games with this. This is like my 3rd or 4th game with this particular list. Oops, let's make this live. I suspect when some good people show up to start smacking me around a little bit, when I get too big for my britches, that we'll discover all of the very obvious problems with this. Hey, Eric, it's fine. It's your feet on the desk, so it's all fine. It's all well and good. Oh my goodness, I apparently can't drink water. That's but yeah, like, do I think this is the most viable op build? I don't know. My sneaking suspicion right now is that the best op build is all 5 threes that don't try and score and go for mutually assured destruction boom combos. Because you get more deck slots, so you can actually pack the tech to beat runners that are packing tech. That's kind of my hunch at the moment. And like, you even have the line of just like, you get, if they don't want to res your ice, you just start scoring out 5 threes. Because it's not like you're terrible at doing that. Oh, okay, Eric is here to clown on me. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Do I want border control, or do I want the... I actually think I want the envelopment. And we'll do this. And what's going to happen is Eric's going to run the envelopment, and then pinhole threading the Rashida here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Because this is how much... Yeah. Oh, this is still... whatever. Oh, this is... not as bad as I was expecting. Okay, so we didn't get the pinhole threading, so we get to play a game of Netrunner. That's great. Okay. Advance, advance. And we'll ditch a hedge fund here. Inside job does just roll us here, but as does just having the paperclip in hand. Actually, run mutual favor, get the paperclip is pretty good here. But I think this is kind of just what I... like, you gotta make some plays here. Let's see. Do I care about this doof? Not immensely, but this is actually a value play for me. I forget that I'm op. We will install... we're on 3 hedge fund, yeah. Okay, the question is, do I want the magnet on the remote? Or do I want Afshar on HQ here? Because if I put magnet on the remote, I'm actually guaranteed to score. Like, there's no... let me zoom back 1 level. I think we're going to go with the simple play, and we'll think about it later. Okay, well, points are going to flow at some point. I mean, this is still fine. Let's see. So I could advance this to click for more, and I think this is the most click efficient thing I can do. And then we just discard this. And next turn, I think, is just hedge fund above the law in the remote, border control on the remote. Actually, no, it's probably border control on R&D. That's tricky. I think Eric's got some really good outs in this matchup. Yeah, it's like, I definitely want a border control on R&D by some point in the game. I feel like he's halfway through this deck. He'll have found a mutual favor by now. So I think it's got to be like play to actually get points, because I'm in a decent spot if I can get to 5, because I have the Audacity in hand, and then it's just about beating R&D lock at some point in the game. But like Eric's deck is going to hit hard here. Ooh, now we have a very fun choice, which is what do we trash with the above the law? And I think this is the card we trash. Counter surveillance us for 3 is actually really smart here. We'll purge virus counters. Okay, that's interesting. We can just put border control on R&D in here. Yeah, I don't think we care about this remote at all anymore. Like, I might put stuff in there to bait Eric, but the remote is dead. So the biggest thing here is now just, like, trying to break R&D lock. Which is going to be tricky. I could actually go like envelopment Zato grid on Amina's coming down for 4 tags. Oh wait, this is remote only. Ah, NSG spoiling my fun here. Draw. R&D. We will discard Zato grid because I'm not allowed to have fun because the NSG fun police came through. It came through early. Okay. Do I mind this at all? I guess I do a little bit, because now I'm at 4. Wow, I'm at 0. Okay. Draw. Gain a credit. That's all I need, sort of. Getting the Spin Doctor down would have been nice, but so it goes. Keeping the Spin Doctor in our hand is really what I need here. Of course it's the first card. Yeah, because Eric has to run R&D here, I think. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to make him lose 2 on both Afshars. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so there's a little bit of, no worries. Okay. I'm trying to think, can I pop the border control here? Probably not, right? That's fine, we weren't going to steal that anyway. Okay, so we've got 2 Atlases and 2 Ozefs. Okay, so we draw. Um, the Stopka seems relevant. I'm just trying to think here. This does not have Sapper. I'm not a big believer in Sapper. He might have counter surveillance in hand. In which case, like, he should definitely go for the dig. It probably wins him the game. But, yeah, this should be GG. Yeah, it's like if we draw... honestly, actually, I think if he doesn't snipe the Spin Doctor there, I'm in an okay spot. Oh, okay. So we live. Credit, hedge. And now I have to come up with other ways to punish. I guess both counter surveillances are gone. We'll get the Stavka play off, probably. I'm really surprised the Spin Doctor wasn't trashed. Let's go put this on R&D. I mean, like, we just put everything on R&D here. There's nothing else to do. I don't think what 2 cost I can actually grab to go here. Let's see. I could actually pop this. No, I don't want to pop this border control. Okay, so we'll put back a Spin Doctor. And we'll put back a border control. Okay. What do I wish I had a 4 cost up and rezzed, but that's fine. Yeah, we can trash this. And fail to find. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, Bruno. So does he win off the single here? Probably. No, he does not. Very interesting. Now, do I win here? Also probably not. Let's go... Credit, and we're gonna just get rid of this guy. Now we can res the envelopment, which he's gonna have a hard time breaking, though not an impossible time breaking. So this he breaks for 1 credit, I guess. This he breaks for 3. Yeah, so he's gonna get through and probably win the game here. I mean, the thing is, like, he's denying me from winning the game, which is the important part anyway. Yeah, he's credit perfect to trash the Managarm this run. But yeah. Man, getting the Formicary down at some point would have been better. Would trashing the 6 credits be better? Getting rid of the rogue trading? I mean, at this point, yes. uh, um... Alright, we're gonna jailbreak HQ. Nothing to see here, really. But that might be enough credits for him to get through. It's 4 credit. I mean, you can't let me get the border control off on R&D. Yeah, there's maybe an argument that I was supposed to, like... Oh, I know what my play was supposed to be. Oh, I'm a freaking idiot. I was supposed to sell the Stavka to get, like, a magnet or a... I think magnet's the only legal target left in my deck, which is, like, slightly bad for me, but not nearly as bad. And then get the special offer on R&D. And, like, have some really stupid shenanigans I can do. But this should be the game. Okay. We will res the special offer. I will not do any searching here. It can get more spin doctors. And I only have 1 Managarm left in the deck, so I'm a little bit restricted on what I can actually do here. Let's res this as well. We will install a 0 cost. I think it has to be... Does he run... He's run HQ already. This is such a wild-ass game. Oh, did Eric not have enough credits to get in here? And I'm just a dummy? He did not have enough credits to get in. I did not need to do any of this. Oops. Okay, we want to get the Managarm back in there, I think. Let's get the Managarm and an Extract back in there. Okay, R&D, you've held out forever, so you can keep holding out. Man, if I could hit him a virus here, that would also be great. Okay. Oh, here's what I do. Okay. Let's start with a sprint. Then we're going to extract the sandstone. Get a Manigarm on R&D. And then we put another frickin' border control on R&D. I don't know where my agendas are. I swear this was a legal deck. This is hilarious, though. So Eric can actually trash my entire hand so I don't win on Audacity now, which is hilarious. But he's going to access the Audacity, so pro skills. So if he does run and trash the Spin Doctor, we do actually lose to a top deck agenda, which is just Chef's Kiss. Yeah, Eric, you're definitely not watching or anything. Yeah, I mean, this is not a game that we should have won by any means. Oh my fucking god. I have to draw first click here. And now I have to draw second click. And now I have to overdraw. Yeah, and now he just runs HQ 4 times and wins. Like, that's the way this game ends. Which is, like, what this is deserved, for sure. Yeah. Maybe I'm supposed to actually do nothing that turn. I think that's maybe what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, that was correct. Yeah, doing nothing was the correct play last turn. Just clicking for 3 and passing. Yeah, clicking for 3 and passing wins me the game. Couldn't we have just put down the spin and popped it next turn? The reason I didn't want to do that was because if I install the Spin Doctor and he runs it, I can't res it. I'm actually surprised he did not trash the... Oh, this is blank now, too. Ugh. So yeah, he has to break this envelopment. Oh wait, he does not quite yet. Thinking. Do I have a border control? I don't have a border control in the deck. So I put back a face down, and I put back a face down. Okay, so either he lets the envelopment fire, or he breaks, and then doesn't have enough... Oh, he has just enough to see 1 card in R&D. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to... Oh, this... Okay, so I now get to end the run on him, I think. Control on R&D. Oh, I guess I double end the run and he still gets in. I mean, I just have to let him get this one, I think. Wait. One... Yeah, no, because he can just go through a double Stavka, so it doesn't matter. GG. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting against better decks, to be honest. And this has got to be, yeah, 3 agendas in here. Yeah, I do wonder, actually, if I'm supposed to not spin the Azef there, because I forgot that I, like, miscalculated that I actually wasn't keeping him out. So if I just don't spin anything and, like, put the anvil down, I think, like, I'm probably fine. I think Eric does run... Actually, I think I just don't spend the spin at all, is what was the correct play there. But... yeah, I think there's definitely an argument that there should be a Chrysium Grid in this deck, probably over some of the other cute cards. Because like a Chrysium Grid just blows up that matchup in a lot of cases, but and it's like not bad against Stargate or against Diversion of Funds. Also remembering the Fire Azef might have actually been, or Afshar probably would have helped a little bit because there was some money in the mid game that I just shouldn't have been there. And that's on me for not firing my own triggers, so it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. That was still a fun game. So thanks, Eric. That was a good one, and well played. You definitely got the earned win there. So, but yeah. Let's see. Wow, okay. It is just pouring sheets outside. Holy crap. Oh, shoot. My bike's on the back porch and it's not fully covered. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to be back in like 30 seconds. All right. And we're back. Oh my goodness, it is. Looks like solid rain out there. That's wild. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I can't load the replay. That's a bummer. Oh, what have other people been playing in this meta? I think it's, Whew. Apparently I ran too fast and muted myself. Oh yeah, big announcements. Should probably do my imitation of Andre, even though I don't really do this stuff most of the time. The American Continental Championship. It got announced as being hosted by Cascadia, so if you enjoyed that game, you'll get the chance to see Eric beat me up even more. But yeah, I will also be there. I've got flights booked, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, the new set will be out by then, and it'll be a brand new meta. I think this meta's got some really interesting features to it, but I think, you know, new cards are always fun, and I'm hopeful that they'll be out by then. When this article mentioned Aesop tables, I imagined the meme of Obama hanging a medal on himself. Yeah. Amusingly, even though my name is credited there, this article is at least 50-50 written by Orbital Tangent, so he actually wrote that section completely. And on my plans for this upcoming weekend is to stress test Aesop's tables, and then next couple of weeks we'll probably be adding some features to it. I'm trying to think what else I've been up to. I spent a little bit more time this weekend working on the draft setup. And I think that's ticking along nicely. And then I wanted to try and finish out doing some set design stuff later, though we've only been live for an hour. We've only gotten, what, 2 games in? So I'd like to try and get a couple more in before we call it a day for Netrunner. Oh, that'd be cool, Seabass. It'd be great to see more people up there. I think the event's already got 40-something people signed up for it on ABR, which is a lot for an ABR event. So that'll be super cool. If anyone wants to play an Eternal, GLC is running an Eternal League, and I've decided I've had enough of playing the super try-hard Eternal decks, and I'm switching over to more fun stuff. So I'm trying to make Cabinessa World Tree Woo. Wow, yeah, 37 tickets already is quite good, because I still haven't bought my ticket, for example. And with the idea that you can use crowdfunding to tutor up Temujin Contract, you can also tutor up all of your tech cards, like, oh yeah, Blue Moose, obviously it's more econ. You can tutor up Film Critic and New Angeles City Hall, which beats a lot of the other tech. You could maybe play around with some influence, like maybe go down to 2 Temujin contracts or 2 crowdfunding just to get some like calderas and stuff in there. This councilman's probably a meme and should be dropped. And these bookmarks are a little bit suspect, but you know, actually they probably should just be top hats, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna man, cursed stream today apparently. No, though there's a decent number of games, but yeah, Ixaron, on GLC there is a Eternal League. There's about 4 of us who are playing in it right now, but we're always welcoming to new people. And honestly, I think if anyone joined and said, hey, I want to like not play the most gross stuff, like we would all pull out less gross decks. Like, yeah, there's some really gross stuff you can do in Eternal, but they've taken all of the well, okay, they haven't technically taken all of the turn 1 wins out, but they've taken out all of the super linear combos out. Which I think is good for the game. And Arco and team put a lot of work into that, so big props to them. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This is apparently it's just a quiet night. So I guess we might have to switch over to card creation sooner than I meant, but let's see. Was this posted anywhere? The Eternal League? No, this is just one of the, like, in GLC, they just have an ongoing, they've got a bunch of leagues, like, they've got an ongoing Startup League and an ongoing Standard League. And so there's just an Eternal League, and it's drop in, drop out as whenever you want. And actually, I think someone said something about wanting to join. I think Wirecutter. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple people wanting to join. So Daijin, here's how I think you should build a World Tree deck. You should do it in Cabanessa Wu, and you should do it in Eternal, where you can spend your 7 points on Temujin Contract and crowdfunding, and then film Critic and Blue Moose. And you're gonna fly through your deck, you're gonna print money, and you're gonna beat up everyone. Here, we'll do the 2 fixes for this. We'll put in a feedback filter, and we'll put in a top hat. And we'll probably cut the Councilman, because I think the Councilman probably does nothing. It's not blank in one particular matchup. It is otherwise blank. So there's probably something better we can do with that slot. Yeah, World Tree with Haley might also be... Like, that might actually be the better home for this. I'm not exactly sure. Do you run a one of Diesel? I'm trying to think what the right card is here. I actually think the 2 Astrolabe is just like a you hope you see it early because the meta has so many asset decks. Should we be running... I guess we could run the 3rd Simul chip. But... let's try just making a new game. Maybe there was a timeout, but... yeah, I think World Tree's a little bit difficult to make work in Standard at the moment, just because it's a very strong card. But it's sort of, you have to get ahead, like, so Ixaron, if you look, there's a channel literally called Eternal League under the GLC Tournaments tab. And I will just do this. And I should have just tagged you in the GLC Eternal League. Yeah, so it's like World Tree is asking you to put down a, what is it, 6 cost card? So 6 or 8, I don't remember. 6, right? 6 cost 2M youth card, and then you have to get ahead of the tempo of the game. And if you do, World Tree just like locks out the tempo of the game, right? So it's now on like, can we actually make this work? Oh, here we are. Okay, so this is 45 card Hoshiko. This hand's a little bit rough, I think. But I think it's playable. I think Eternal is like about as unfriendly of a format as you can imagine. Oh, actually this Azef is just terrible to score. I don't know what I was thinking. HQ, new remote. Do I even put this down? I guess I kind of have to now. I'm sort of committed. Oh, this is a spicy deck. It's not ideal. Let's actually just get some setup going. Yeah, this is just a very weird start. Yeah, keeping the Azef was a mistake. Like, this deck doesn't want to score this for until the mid game at least. So let's go draw. Oof, hedge, and we're just gonna get this down on server 1. Opponent's probably gonna take the turn off. So okay, what we're gonna do. We're gonna res. We're gonna purge on their turn to install Yakov in server 1. And then we're gonna do this. We hit a Botulus and a Simulchip. Don't mind those hits. Hey, Chaos Theory. Yeah, all of the GLC leagues are super casual and drop in, drop out, so I definitely give them a recommendation. If that's something that sounds appealing to you. Amakua, and I just popped my virus. Oh, bummer. Oh, but they're yeah, I guess they're running archives, so it doesn't matter. They get the Amakua trigger after the archives run. It's funny, they're probably not going to trash this. This Yakov has cost me effectively 1 credit, and I got the purge off the viruses. Probably do want to res the magnet here. This can actually get me a Managarm, which is nice. Though I really would like some ice. Alright, goodbye, Yakov. Yeah, we'll put a special offer on R&D, I guess. And then we'll just play our hedge fund. Oh, I'm sorry that your meat space draft league's not going to work out for you this year. My virus and archives proven to be quite valuable here. Paperclip, okay. I'd love to find ice. Yeah, we can get rid of this Azef protocol. I don't think I want to score it. This is 45 code Hoshiko. Oh, is this just... I mean, it's not... It's a little bit of a funky one for sure. Don't like that we've drawn 7 or 4 agendas in the top 30, or top 19. But I think that's kind of how this deck is going to play a lot of the time. Okay, there we go. That's what we're looking for, though. Do we put... I almost think I want to leave this this virus in archives, even though it's quite valuable. I think it's probably the magnet. Goes back in. And then I think it's going to just be like border control. This is not the ice I want. Raindrops to bounce for 2 credits in the cards, not bad. And a Begalter comes down. Spicy. It's quite the Hoshiko list. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so the question is, do I go for an agenda? Or do I go for the Rashida? I think let's go for the agenda. And I think we want to do it in this order. Because So I think the Afshar I'm okay with discarding here. Hippo, okay. We have no black orchestras in the bin, which is good. So we can just res the magnet. It's actually a nice board state. Like, this is why I'm actually... This list is only on one Afshar, basically because, like, one counter turtle is so annoying. It's just the most obnoxious thing. Okay. And I think we can just drop the Afshar at this point. It's very good, but... yeah, I mean, runner's just frantically drawing for their black orchestra here. So I think this is install, advance, and Zaro Grid. And this is actually like a really annoying server to get into, I think. Like, they're actually too slow here. Oh, are they? Oh, wait. Okay. I was like, jeez. Okay. So now we do this. And we'll install the... Oh. I actually install... Oh no, I have to install the sandstone here. And they can botulus here. In which case we're going to have a weird Audacity line. Because we have to res the Zato. Yeah. So basically the server is actually just going to blow up. Yeah, actually the hippo was very annoying for me there. I think it's actually Spin Doctor